All right, Shalom. Giving all glorification, honor, and praises unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the bishops and elders who are guiding and teaching the church well, especially in these last days. And I want to say salutations to the Bayaf Shah Dawada, the house of David the elect, starting at the top with the 144,000, his servants, the prophets, the men of the Lord. And salutations to all those among Israel who have believed our report, the men, women, and children believers. They too are going to be delivered from this coming destruction. And that's what's coming from on high, complete and total destruction. All right, compliments of the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the chariots of the Lord. The federal government is headed into a shutdown. What does it mean? Slovakia. The federal government is heading into a shutdown. What does it mean? Who's hit and what's next? All right, and this happens seemingly every year. All right, you got the Republicans and the Democrats, which that's a false construct in itself. Those are two different wings of the same hateful and vile bird. They all paid puppets. They're all actors. This world's a stage. They work for Amalek, the international banking families. All right, but yeah, it seems like this they go through this charade every year with a shutdown. But ever how it goes, man, this Yahweh Shemel Shah is fixing to shut this fucking place down. You best believe that. All right, this place is getting ready to be locked down. This place is getting ready to be shut down. All right, but I'm just gonna bring a little bit out of this article, grab some precepts. Yeah, the federal government is headed into a shutdown. What does it mean? And what does it mean? It's like who's hit and what's next. This is put up today. September 23rd, Slakia 2023, the hopeful year that all these prophecies come to pass. It says the federal government is heading toward a shutdown that will disrupt many services, squeeze workers, and royal politics as Republicans in the House, fueled by hard right demands for deep cuts, force a confrontation over federal spending. And again, the Republicans, all right, today that they go back to the patricians in the ancient Roman Empire. All right, they for the rich. All right, the middle class and up, the rich, and then the Democrats, the plebeians, they were for the poor. Which really they all for the again these politicians, they all are paid handsomely by their puppet masters. They don't give a fuck about you people, man. Especially you Israelites, they fucking hate you, man. I mean, they hate you. Even Jake, because Jake's up in the government. All right. Plenty of Judites up in there, man. There's some Northern Kingdom in there. They hate you, man. The 2/3. All right, your own brothers and sisters, they can't stand you. All right, they hate the Lord. That's what it boils down to. They hate Yahweh Shemel Shah, so they hate you. All right. So how do you think Esau feels, a so-called white man? How do you think he feels about you? This government is completely against you tribes, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right? They're all confederate against you. All right, it says, that's the nations of the earth, are confederate against you. That's Psalms 83rd chapter. All right, so the Republican Party is, not only are these Democrats divided against these Republicans, but you got a lot of Republicans divided against one another, man. This place is totally divided against itself. And we all know what the scripture says, man. Out of the mouth of Yahweh Shah himself. Okay, a kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. All right. It says, while some government entities will be exempt, and I think I read somewhere where that funding that additional $325 million going to Ukraine, I think that's going to be exempt. Okay, you know that because this is Babylon. This is the hammer of the whole earth, which is fixing to be cut asunder and broken. It says other functions will be severely curtailed. It says Social Security checks, for example, will still go out. Other functions will be severely curtailed. Federal agencies will stop all actions deemed non-essential, and millions of federal employees, including members of the military, won't receive paychecks. What do you think that's going to do? You don't think that's going to stir up uproars, man? Uproars is coming to Babylon the Great. Shit that's going to make 2020 look tame, man. Like what's been going on in France the past 5 years with them yellow vesters. They fixing to start burning down police stations for real, man. Attacking the police, coming against their government. Right? All that's mentioned in the scripture. That's all part of the day of the Lord. That's all part of Jacob's trouble. This would be a good time to get a scripture. Hold on. I'm not going to make this long. All right. Ever how it goes, like I say, ever how it goes, man, this place is going to be shut the fuck down soon. Okay. Let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. All right. 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, getting right to the point. In verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe meaning destruction. All right, it says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. Again, you got Republicans fighting amongst one another, man. You got these hardliners. They going up against these so-called rhinos, which rhino is an acronym that stands for Republican in name only, because there's a lot of Republicans who really more left-leaning. Okay? So this place is all messed up. Division is everywhere, man. All right. And it's great. It's fun to watch. This is beautiful, man. It's fun to watch these politicians. And again, all of it, they all on the same team, man. Okay, when the cameras shut off, they hugging and kissing each other. They go to the same clubs. They part of the same secret societies. All the men are Shriner Freemasons. They all Freemasons. So yeah, again, it's all an act. They living good. While you people are going to be out here starving and fighting one another to the death. It says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men. Wait till these federal workers are furloughed and they ain't getting paid, man. All right, it says for there shall be sedition among men, Salakia verse 16, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, man, these people are fixing to take things into their own hands, in other words. They're gonna bypass their so-called democratically elected leaders. They're gonna take matters again into their own hands, and shit's about to hit the fan here, man. All right, I look at what's ahead if the government shuts down on October 1st. So this is right, this is what is this next week, October 1st, and they got that emergency alert testing taking place on October 4th. We've been telling you, man, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, starting with the elder apostle Great Milson on down, that this place is about to undergo some major upheaval, man. Something big is on the horizon. All right? And we're the ones, not these goddamn TikTok evangelists and these social media prophets. We're the ones that the Lord set up, all right, to bring these things out. We're the ones commissioned to give you warning, and that warning is coming from on high. It's coming from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right. What is a government shutdown? Shutdown happens when Congress fails to pass some type of funding legislation that is signed into law by the president. Lawmakers are supposed to pass 12 different spending bills to fund agencies across the government, but the process is time-consuming. They often resort to passing a temporary extension called a continuing resolution, or CR, to allow the government to keep operating. And they just keep kicking the can down the road, man. At some point, again, this place is going to be shut the fuck down, all right? That is coming to pass, okay? That is coming to pass. Well, I'll read verse 17, 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. This place is going to be shut down. That's martial law, and it's going to be an unpleasant, military, hard, oppressive form of martial law. All right? It says, when no funding legislation is enacted, federal agencies have to stop all non-essential work and will not send paychecks as long as the shutdown lasts. Again, man, think of the chaos that's going to ensue. It says, although employees deemed essential, such as air traffic controllers and law enforcement officers, still have to report to work, other federal employees are furloughed. Under a 2019 law, those same workers are slated to receive back pay once the funding impasse is resolved. Well, at some point, Amalek's going to call for that great reset to be enacted. They're going to hit that reset button, all right, and take this current system down. All right. They're going to usher in their Novus Ordo Seclorum, their new order of the ages. It's on your dollar bill, man. That piece of shit, it ain't worth nothing, that you might as well start using for toilet paper or burning. Yeah. Them dollar bills are fixing to be they already worthless, man. All right. It says, when would a shutdown begin and how long will it last? Government funding expires October 1st, the start of the federal budget year. A shutdown will effectively begin at 12:01 a.m. if Congress is not able to pass a funding plan that the president signs into law. It might really go down on October 1st, because the division in this place is at all-time highs. All right, we all know the scriptures, We can go get it in Isaiah 19. Matter of fact, the elder Apostle Hart was live earlier going into Isaiah 19, where you're going to have Egyptian versus Egyptian out here. These Babylonians are going to be facing off, all right, against one another. Esau is going to be against Esau, right? Of course, you're going to have you already got that, racial division and race war and class war. Jake versus Esau. All right, you tribes versus Esau out here. So anyway, yeah, man, it says it is impossible to predict how long a shutdown will last, with Congress divided between a Democratic-controlled Senate and Republican-led House, and Speaker Kevin McCarthy's hard-right conservatives looking to use the shutdown as leverage for spending cuts. Many are bracing for a stoppage that could last weeks. All right. If you're interested, you can, you can go and read the rest of this. Yeah, let me get that in Isaiah, and then I'll wrap it up. Yeah, hey, again, ever how this goes, whether it's business as usual for the government on October 1st, or whether it's shut down, a shutdown is looming, is imminent. It will happen. It will come to pass. All right, these things are going to come to pass. And you tribes, all right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are getting ready to realize that you was in the presence of the prophets, the real prophets. Okay? Isaiah 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, speaking of this spiritual Egypt we're in, America. All right? It says, behold, the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, rideth upon a swift cloud. All right, he's coming back in the chariots, the clouds, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart or mind of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Yeah. And I will set, this is the point, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Verse 2. All right, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's right, man. So there's all kinds of division out here. It's only, escalating. It ain't going to get any better. And this could really be, an extended shutdown. And again, the longer this thing goes, with tensions being so high already, and the people out here being so demoralized and depressed and anxious, with some we could be in, we gonna be in it for a wild ride anyway. But it could be it could be coming. This shit could be coming on October 1st for real. So Lord willing, you was edified through the Spirit. Just a quick video. I don't want to say shalom. It's on to the next one.